Hello there and welcome to another edition of the channel's Beam. I am Victor Matthias. In July, the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU declared a strike which will only end when the federal government satisfies its demands. 3 months later, this strike continues and students are forced to enjoy an unscheduled holiday. Between the interplay of demands, recommendations, offers and counter-offers by both ASU and federal government, one begins to wonder if the students are in the proverbial grass which suffers when two elephants fight. Recently, students of the University of Lagos staged a protest within school premises as part of their efforts to make the government agree to ASU's demands. However, it seems that not all Nigerian students are on the same page, as the leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students has tagged the said demands as questionable. Today, I have with me the Chairman, Council of Faculty Presidents at the University of Lagos, Nelson Fisiola. All right, Nelson, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Your school, your council organized this protest to show support for the demands ASU are making. What are these demands?
Well, firstly, the demands are very clear to the blind and they ring the bell, the ears of the deaf. The demands are much. Let me just mention a few. Number one, the ASU as an association is demanding that the federal government funds education in a better way. Secondly, ASU has demanded that the federal government should release the lands that are owned, that are supposed to be managed by the Nigerian universities. Also, the ASU has demanded that the federal government should pay a better remuneration to the lecturers, professors, doctors, and assistant lecturers in the Nigerian universities. Okay,
so you guys agree with ASU?
Of course.
But then your parent body, NANS, they just made the statement. The president, I think, coming by the ball, so thereabout, he made the statement ridiculing the demands ASU. How do you put that? I mean, are you guys not on the same page?
Well, we cannot be on the same page with NANS. Reasons are not far-fetched. We understand that NANS as a body has suffered public credibility. There are inconsistency in the pedigree of NANS. You cannot expect many Nigerian students to associate with a body that does not enjoy public integrity and public trust. You know, NANS in the past is what we could associate with, but NANS of these days is nothing to write home about.
Okay, I mean, just apart from what you guys have done,
yes,
how far are you guys willing to go? What more can you do to ensure? How much more pressure do you think you can add to ensure that the federal government bows to the demands of this body union, ASU?
Okay, we are not an insurgent group. We are not going to take to arms. We are just going to beckon on the federal government to yield to the demands of ASU. You know, this is the future of the Nigerian students, and we even understand that many of these politicians are living our own lives with theirs. You know, they enjoyed better education. Why can't you just do something? Talk ASU into submission and not coerce them. Talk them into submission, give them what they want, and let's reach a compromise and let the Nigerian students move on with life.
So how long now?
Well, we are going to stay home as long as the federal government and ASU could reach a timely compromise. We do not want to come back to meet the archaic system. ASU is demanding that the federal government fund the Nigerian universities in a better way.
In other words, you are fully supporting ASU?
Yes, we are fully supporting ASU.
But then you're not on the same page with your national body? NANS.
Of course, we can't be. So except NANS changes its way of administration.
Let me understand one thing. Is it the body itself or the leadership?
The leadership. The leadership is what we cannot reckon with. The leadership is not giving hope to the Nigerian students. We saw what happened to the Port Harcourt 4. Those students who were murdered innocently, NANS has not done anything to it. You know, other casualties of protests, NANS has not been able to address it. We cannot associate with such a body.
All right, thank you.
Thanks
I've
for
been
having
speaking
me.
with Nelson Pisola. He's the chairman, Council of Faculty Presidents in the University of Lagos. He's not alone. He's got two other comrades with him, and they will stay along and be with us in our Hangout studios where we'll be chatting with our online communities to see what they feel about how long this strike has stayed. Take a quick break, and when we return, we'll catch up with them. Please join us again.
Many factors define your health. Some you can control, while others are simply beyond you. On Health News, we highlight all these factors and through medical experts provide information that will help you take informed decisions on healthy living, nutrition, and keeping fit. Get incisive health policy analysis. Health News, promoting good health.
Send your comments using the hashtag AstroNigeria on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Let's move over to the Google Hangout where we have people waiting to bear their minds on the issue at hand.
The NANS of today, the present NANS we have in Nigeria has nothing to offer the students of Nigeria. If you follow the news of NANS lately, we heard that the president was impeached. He resurfaced after a month or thereabout. There has been quite a number of issues happening to Nigerian students that NANS doesn't care about. Case study, there were some students that were butchered in University of Port Harcourt. We never heard a single comment from NANS. About 6 students were killed in Delta State, Delshi. We never heard anything from NANS. There was a change of name from University of Lagos to Maulag. NANS never uttered a single statement, just to mention a few. Now tell me, will a rightful individual in Nigeria who identifies himself as a student in this country want to associate him or herself with such body? Now the question is, if at all we want to associate ourselves with them, things are evolving. This is 21st century, and we do things not in the same way it was done in the 20th century. There has to be some modification, there has to be some refinement of ideas, and quite a number of other things. So we are not attacking NANS personally. It is, if you come up with a sample opinion of Nigerian students, I can tell you that they will tell you without fear of contradiction that they know nothing about NANS. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't want to be associated with NANS because the way NANS has been structured, the NANS of today is such that it is the mouthpiece of the federal government. They pursue self-ambition, at least the leadership that we know, to such an extent that they want a political appointment in the nearest future. You know, things like this are not, cannot, and will not be a form of solidarity, if I might define it as you earlier asked. So that's about NANS. Then let me come to the demands of ASU. For every well-meaning Nigerian who had at some point in time visited the tertiary institutions in this country, you would know that our tertiary institution is nothing to write home about. Let me use myself as a case study. I'm a final year student of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, and I'm working on my project. It deals with the integrity of offshore structures, and you have to use concrete, you have to crush, let me not go into details of that. What I'm saying is, if you go to my laboratory, we are using 20th century equipment. The other time I was crushing, crushing is just a means of, testing the strength of the concrete you will get from, casting. I was crushing, the machine got off. We had to resort to manual use, and that manual will not give you precise figure. The results will have to be tempered with. These are the demands of ASU, using outdated equipment in our various laboratories. I have a design lab in my faculty. It's called LG Design Lab. LG, in their own kind way, have donated a design lab for us. And there are supposed to be various softwares, C#, MATLAB, AutoCAD, Solid Edge, quite a number of them. This company installed that software for us, for the laboratory, and the software had expired 1 year ago. There is no money to bring back those softwares. The students are losing. Better remuneration for lecturers. After all, we see what federal legislators, state legislators earn a year per annum compared to what a professor earns. You see, this and every other issue, producing and providing a conducive learning environment for students, these are the demands of ASUU. They want autonomy. They don't